Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat! Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Oh, yes. Dr. Huge back on a Tuesday night with none other than Jess in the house. At Jess. I'm Jess saying. That's 2 in a row I got.
Got it.
My man, we're the best in the world. Make sure you follow and like and subscribe. Hit all the buttons wherever you are, because we are on Kick. The number's going steadily up on Kick. I get a kick out of that. No pun intended, right? Well, every time I go and check it out, I'm like, wow. People are watching us on this thing, because to me, Kick is like non-existent in my world. You know what I mean, Jess? Like, other than me being on there. So, Heather the Goatez, shout out to you. I know who you are. Sasha Raines, always ready. One of the top correspondents out there in the HUGEnverse. Let me know next time you go into these shows and doing things. And, talking to all the famous wrestlers in chats and stuff. So, yep. So much to talk about. Once again, we're going to go over the wrestling. We're going to go over other random things. And let's start with this. I always like starting off with our boy LA Knight. What a night he had last night. Wow. He got beaten up pretty badly. So just to get this off my chest, LA Knight, right? My guy is going to come out there, save old ass Rey Mysterio from Logan Paul again. Well, not again, but I mean, they've had a thing before, Logan Paul and Mysterio. LA Knight comes out, saves him, gets a match with him later on in the night. Of course, the Vision come out. LA Knight has no allies anywhere. All the other good guys can't stand him either. He gets beat up by the Vision, splashed, speared, tsunami'd on a car outside. So security just wasn't doing their job last night. So they allowed one of their top guys to get utterly destroyed, sent out, just like how Ricochet and Braun Strowman were sent out recently. And a lot of people saw that, and everybody was thinking the same thing. What do you think, Jess? What's going on here? Is he gone, or is this babyface heat?
Time off. Like, he just signed like a multi-year deal, so I don't think he's going anywhere. It's probably just, well, okay. when he isn't on the show, the IWC is freaking the fuck out. So how can he take time off without them crying? So write him off, and then he'll come back, just in time for Rumble or whatever.
Yep. Makes sense to me. Or he does take that time off and comes back a little earlier. I'm guessing after WrestleMania as well. And then they're going to give him like the babyface push. Because at this moment, like I pointed out, there's a lot of baby faces right now with Jey Uso. Well, Jey Uso now, we'll talk about that later. But, Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and a lot of good guy champions all over the place. And he's just another one of those, and he's not really fitting in. None of them like him. All the bad guys hate him. It's lining up perfectly for them to do something with him next year. But, he's no spring chicken, WWE. You got to maybe get into this a little earlier. But, hey, just being a mark for good old LA Knight. Eli Drake, how I knew him back in the day. Yep, the yeah button, the dummy button, not the yeah button. Yep, we love you, LA Knight. Get well after all those tsunamis and just all the damage you took last night. So much damage. At least it wasn't as disrespectful as Ricochet's. Ricochet's, they were like, get the fuck out of here. We're going to let Braun Breaker embarrass you, injure you, really badly on your way out. And then that's it. So, yeah, more on him later, too, if I can remember. He's in one of these stories I'm going to bring up. I have some very interesting stories, I think. Let's get into one right now before we do the Raw and all the other boring stuff that everybody already knows about. So I just learned about Sarah Stock literally like an hour ago. I know the name. I guess she's been a coach in wrestling. Get off my screen, LA Knight. Come on. Thank you. So, she trains a lot of wrestlers, I guess. She's probably a wrestler herself, I'm sure. But how I found out about her is her beef going on with AEW, how she's calling them out for how they treated the Mexican wrestlers, and they brought them in. They didn't, as she kind of put it, and we'll probably read the tweet later anyway, but in so many words, it's like, imagine landing in a town and on a Tuesday, you can't leave until Sunday, and there's no coverage for food or whatever you're doing, and you're just kind of wasting a lot of time there, and you're in a foreign country where you're not necessarily speaking the language. And she's like, this is all fucked up, blah, blah, blah. And of course, at first I'm reading this and I'm like, yeah, it sounds a little messed up and things. And then I started to just look at her actual profile. And I think we should do that at this moment. I don't know. She kind of seems hot. Jess, I don't know about you. I don't know if you know anything about her. Do you know anything about her?
No, just from her kind of going off on AEW over the past few months. That's all I know.
So it's the first thing I saw. So booty cheeks, I don't mind that, but these are signs of crazy to me, and being involved with plants and things online. That's a little wacky, but hey, again, it's pretty hot too. So I'll say that. Let me get a little closer here because I can't see shit. Oops, I think they resurrected. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. There are some. So I'm just trying to gauge where she's at. Is this a real thing? So people are saying, are you okay? None of my real friends are asking because they know how I do. And she's quote tweets herself, how insulting, the fuck out of here. So
What?
I think since she's been going off on AEW, and it seems like maybe even TNA and some others, I don't know. We're going to look at the tweets, but people are saying, is she okay? Is she all right? Blah, blah, blah. Like that type of concern trolling in a way. Okay, here's one. Anyways, I hope we're over that bullshit and Masha can start working and eating again. So she's pro Masha.
She just got released.
Did she just get released?
Yeah, she's no longer on the TNA page.
When did that happen? Like recently?
Yeah, like today I saw it.
Today?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was 10 hours ago, so who knows? Maybe it's because of that news. You know, the story goes that Slamovich beat up, she's a lesbodian, right? I think. So her girlfriend or whatever, she beat somebody up that she was with her. That's the story. People caught wind of it, and you know, now she went from champ to out of the company like very quickly. So Sarah Stock has her back. You know, either she's very, very real, or she's, you know, she is a little bit, you know, maybe a little bit wacky. I don't think that's safe to say. You know, I don't want to get too out there because, you know, prohibited aggression, intimidation, insults, bullying, ridicule of addiction, mention of politics, block, report, reach out, not to me, but to somebody.
What?
So do you like, that's not what we do here. What we do, you know what we do here, right? Let's give a warning real quick to everybody that doesn't know that what's going on here. And I will get to the chat in a minute. These tweets are insane. You are hereby notified that this show is a work of comedy. I'm not going to read the rest, but that's what it is. So warning to you, lady, don't be coming after me like you're going after AEW and everything else, and it's all super serial. Probably isn't. I don't know. We're investigating right now. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So, all right, that one I like. I don't mind that. All right. You can keep doing those. Oh my God, she has the guts to say the first thing that enters her mind. She must be drunk or insane. And for real, if anyone's going to shit talk plants, I am out and never returning. But you'll hear my echo because I accidentally typed shit talk pants. What? And I'm like, shit talk the hell out of these pants. They suck. Wait, what? I'm so confused, Jess. What's going on?
Huh?
Maybe I don't know. Let's just move on.
Really into plants, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, well, from that first video, right? She's over there. She's showing off the plants and the horror in the booty cheeks. And are you okay? I think we already talked about this, right? Yeah, because she quote tweeted this one. Yes, Sarah. I mean, this is look at this. Is this her? Carlos Silver fears strong women. Okay. And what else we got here? We're investigating, folks. Stay with us. I demand the same from Tommy Dreamer if he still works there at David LaGreca. Huh? Is this because of something else?
It's like she's like responding to people, but not the right way. So we don't know what the context is.
Right. Yeah, it's very, so underneath it says, same Bruce Pritchard, TNA. I get struck with a severe case of Bell's palsy. Whole left side. Is she goofing around?
I have no idea.
Whole left side of my face went paralyzed. It was gasoline. I was frightened. Didn't know why it happened. It was permanent. If my career was over. Wait a second. It was permanent. I call Bitchard. Oh, you called it Bitchard?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. All right, maybe we'll figure it out in a second. All right, we saw that. One of the two producers was Johnny Ace, and now she's replying to herself again. Okay, you know what? When you keep replying, when you're talking out there and not making a whole lot of sense, and then you're talking to yourself, I don't know if this is like a whole gimmick that you got going on or whatever, but it's very confusing. And it says here, none of those girls know how much I fought for them in the meetings, Johnny Ace meetings. The way Johnny Ace raises his hand to say he doesn't think the women can handle a ladder match The way all the suits sit around and say nothing. The way I'm the only one with enough balls to say F you, Johnny. I believe Natty and Tamina have the experience to lead this, then to fly out 2 other producers and tell me my services aren't needed to produce that match. I'll say it again. Fuck you, Johnny. Wow.
Go fuck yourself.
So this isn't just an AEW thing. See, this is how I even found out about her. She's shitbagging AEW. I heard she's been gone she was gone before what's his name? Ricochet showed up there. Because Ricochet is kind of trashing her, which we may see in a little bit online, but it's like, bro, he's so allegiant to AEW that he's gonna now trash some lady that was left before he was even there. So okay. I mean, there's more. Are you interested? Is this interesting, Jess?
Concerning.
Are you concerned trolling like those other people she thinks?
Apparently, like,
Sorry,
if you're gonna tweet crazy and people are like, "Hey, is everything all right?" Like, you don't have the right to be like, "Oh, go fuck yourself." Are you reading your tweets? Like, you sound unhinged.
yeah. Ian doesn't seem to be buying it. He thinks it's pretty funny. This lady, and watch WWE get her. She was already there apparently. Sasha Reigns and Sleaze in the building. That's right. He's always hyped for Tuesday night, Jess. It's the best part of his night on Tuesdays. Probably welding as we speak. Don't weld your hand to anything. We need you for Saturday. Heel easy. Another Tuesday night of shenanigans with these folks. That's right. I'm telling you, I don't care if she's legitimately crazy, even if she was allegedly in a boxing ring, YouTube TOS. I think she's pretty hot. So how about that? This is kind of turning me on, to be honest. So that's right. Everybody in the chat, share this show, talk with each other. We're the best. Who is this woman, Sarah Stock? We're going to make her famous tonight. Telling you, she's my future girlfriend. Rib shot. That's who we're talking to right now. All right. So what else we got here? How about the time I was tasked with producing a girls segment with 4 entrances, a promo, match, and aftermath in 4 minutes? Logistically impossible. Like, honestly, it is. To begin with, and the product would suffer if we tried to cram it all in. I took an alternative suggestion to Vince. Bruce. So she doesn't like Bruce either. She doesn't like Johnny A's. She doesn't like AEW, which means Tony Khan. Like and share this, everybody. I mean, we deep diving right now. We got the time. I got the time to do this. So again, I would love to have you on, Sarah, to, rebut what anybody has to say about you. You can always, come on and say your piece out in public. No quote tweeting necessary. And how you been, Road Dog? Been a minute. I don't know. Is she? What it feels like, she's mentioning names. She's hitting the ats. She might be trying to work something up. She's trying to get back in the business and stuff. And now maybe she's not that crazy like a fox, trying to get her name out there, which I'm helping with, by the way.
Yeah.
And do you think this is a good strategy? Will it work?
No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sucking up and, burning bridges simultaneously is, if you're going to do it, I think that's the way to do it. Because we do what we do. Best show on a Tuesday night. That's right. Hot dog emojis and flame emojis. That's right. Yep. So she really doesn't like this Carlos fella. I'm going to jump over all that. Oh, she was almost. Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. I'm a fan of that. Get real. She's calling him out again. Great. He made me a big deal out of your retirement. Outstanding career. Agreed. I don't know who he is, so it's not really
Yeah, I don't know who the
interesting.
hell he is.
Yep, she's doing it again. There's teenage Alyssa Milano. Is that her too? That's her too, I think. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's her cooking. To all my amazing, all right, she's already got a million boyfriends. Yep. Good morning to all my amazing boyfriends. Thank you for being so nice to me. I made you a snack to tide you over until breakfast is ready. How did future ex-wifey do? She's calling it out before I even what?
What the fuck?
Except you never make an egg like that. I would never allow you to make me an egg like that. That's gross.
That's not even like I don't know. The yolk looks like it's like cooked.
Exactly. Right. You know what? Every time, Jess, anytime I've been with a girl and they think they're gonna be cute and like make me food and stuff, it always fucking stinks. I'm actually pretty good at cooking, but these ladies, man, and I'm always like, can I take over? Because I'm like, I gotta eat this too, and I see them in the middle of it. Well, there's one chick made me scrambled eggs, right? And she didn't even like whip it. She whipped it like twice. So you get the scrambled eggs and it's basically white and yellow clumps. And I'm just like, this fucking stinks.
Ew.
It's the shit. I ate it, but I was like, you know what? I gotta rethink this. I think it's not I think a lot of these ladies, they think, oh, these guys don't know how to cook and what they're doing. I got to do it for them. And I mean, I'll get it super over with these eggs and stuff. No, you won't. It actually worked in reverse. That's not how you do it. Unless you know what you're doing. Burnt eggs. They stunk. They smelled like feet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to right, future ex-wifey. We're gonna bypass that. Some of these are long. I'm looking for. Did we go too far? No, I think we're. Where's the AEW stuff?
Yeah, that's what I was confused. Like they said she was talking shit again, so I have no idea.
So that must have been a few days ago at least, and we're on December 7th now. I tweeted fuck. What? All right. Hey, again, Sarah. Dr. Huge right here. Love to have you on the show. Yep. If this is true. So somebody wrote Wine God's name. Would somebody grab you between your legs? I don't blame you for stomping his girl, but wait, what? Hold on. So there we go. Look at this. So are you just catching wind of this? Yes, I have an aggravated battery misdemeanor since 2020. I paid my dues, a $50 fine. I beat up a guy when he grabbed my crotch. And then I beat up his girlfriend for trying to stop me. Wow. Oh, she wrote this too recently. Ex of who never raped me. He was cool as fuck to me. Oh, it's kind of hot right now. Right, Sleaze? You like that, Sleaze? What's going on, William Robinson? In the building? Yep. Damn, this lady kind of fucks. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Ian. I mean, do we dislike this? I don't know about that. I think I kind of like this. She's speaking her mind. I'm all for that. And that's why this person wrote, Wine God's name, would someone grab you between your legs? I don't blame you for stomping his girl, but I would have loved to have heard about it on their end. And then after I tried to grab her cooter, she beat me and my girl. I mean, the audacity. Huh? I don't know. You have a lot to learn about. Like, this is somebody else. It's just the comments are always like insane. So she wrote back to that. Go try to find them and ask them, and you'll get a wildly different story. I'm sure. The law has spoken. It was over 5 years ago. I'm not reliving it now. All right. You're right. Yep. Okay. What else we got here? Because we're not even at the AEW tweets. Oh, she gives love to Charlotte. We all love Charlotte. Listen, me and her seem to be agreeing on a lot of things, at least the stuff I know about. So she likes her. She's very coachable, and she's like the GOAT right now. In my opinion, she's the GOAT female wrestler. Whether you believe it or not, that's what the WWE has made her as. She will beat her father's record at someday, or maybe even tie it. I think that would be fine, having her tie her father and go out like that instead of beating John Cena or whatever. So, she likes Velvet Sky? Maybe. Oh, is that her again? Is this her?
Just chilling on some train tracks, you know.
All my boyfriends. All right, you got too many boyfriends. I don't like that. You know, I'm not trying to be in line here, you know, with all these other creeps. I want to be the only creep, Jess.
It's tough on Twitter.
I'm a one creep woman, you know. One woman creep, something like that. So don't forget the rules. Bad behavior gets punished. Good behavior gets rewarded. This is good behavior, right? Look at that. I like this. I am a fan of Sarah Stock now, and I didn't even know who she was earlier. So it's working for me. Look at, she knows Norman and the top bald in the business. Wow. Wow, she's killing it. Also, the women photobombing that first pick has expert level acuity, spirit animal, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Come on. Give me the AEW dirt. That's why I'm here. But you know what? This stuff seems to be better. I kind of already told everybody what the AEW stuff was about. Oh. Would you like to read one of these, Jess?
No. I'm afraid what it's going to say. I don't.
Don't be afraid. We'll read it first real quickly. All right. How about, can you read Rob Viper, what he says? Because she says stop listening to what he says right here.
All right. So Mr. Rob Viper says the Sarah Stock stuff is real sad. There's no other word for it. Anyone paying attention can see there's an issue there, whatever that issue may be. Feeling her does nobody any good, but there's nothing people on this app like more than poking and prodding to get a public show. Sad.
Literally doing it right now, Rob Viper. Rowdy Rob Viper. I mean, in a way. I mean, you know, we're out here to speculate and do this and do that. And I'm not trashing. I'm not. If anything, I'm boosting her up. Look at this. Look at this. You want me to trash her, right? Got it. Not me. Not today, anyway. What? Oh, that's me.
Oh, yeah. My headset's like freaking out. Hold on.
Ian, I was like, pause. Shut up, Ian. Nope. I'm still hearing myself.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with my headset.
That's all right. What does a dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac do? Lie awake at night, wondering if there really is a dog. I don't mind that. I think she's around. I think this.
I mean, that's clearly trying to be a joke, but.
All right, we will like that. You get likes and shares from Dr. Huge. Are you one of my boyfriends? What do you think of Sarah Stock? She thick. Are you one of my boyfriends? Listen, if we're gonna play this game, I'm gonna be the top boyfriend out here. That's what we're gonna work towards. I want the heavyweight championship of the world of Sarah Stock boyfriends now. I think I'm all in. She's beating up guys. People are grabbing her crotch, so of course she got to be hot in person. Come on. Mm-hmm. One woman creep. That's right. You know, I don't think I can keep scrolling. You know, I'm not. What are we going to do this all day? She clearly likes to tweet. So, hey, I don't mind that either. You know, I'm something of a Twitterer myself, Sarah. You know, that's what we're doing. She likes this, right, Jess? You would love this game that I'm kicking right now, right? Of course. Just say yes and get it over with. Thank you. Just yeet it, go whatever, and then roll your eyes at the camera or something. Do something. Thank you. What is this chick babbling about? Sleaze would love this chick too. At least the old Sleaze that used to party back in the day. He would be all about this chick. Yep. And by the way, I have a gift for Dr. Huge. Send me an address. I can have a package sent to you. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it's not what was that stuff they were sending around 911? Remember those? Anthrax. That's right, the band. He's gonna send me an Anthrax CD. YouTube TOS. Yep. What's up to Chandler in the building? Like everybody's in the building. So yep. Again, Sarah, we love you. I find you very interesting. I find you more interesting than hot. How about that? You know, even if you don't want me as one of your boyfriends, I will still have you on the show and I will still promote whatever you want. Because you seem like a really good time. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yep. What a segment. Yep. I think I love her. I think I do. I might have to I'm going to buy flowers and I'm going to send them. I need her address. How about that? Not in the Docks and Creep way. I need to send flowers and stuff.
Send
like
her plants.
Plants. I heard you like plants. Thanks, Jess.
There you go.
We did it. Hooking me up. You're the best wingman ever. So anyway. She's warring with everybody, like the whole pro wrestling world. And I am here for it. I'm going to keep up with this story. More on this later. Keep tweeting. Thank you. Yep. So, LA Knight. He's probably in the hospital still with Darby Allin. So disrespectful. He helps save Mysterio. Mysterio doesn't. Nobody comes to help LA Knight. But he goes out and helps the guy at the beginning of the night. Got it. Yep. I think that's how it works. I will, Sasha Reigns, just because you said to. I'm thinking about it, but I'm probably going to do it. You just put it over the top. Yep. And you have a great show as well, Sleaze, over there. Back to building freedom. Freedom boats. Mm-hmm. Is LA Knight needs a push? Yep, we talked about LA Knight. Of course, Jess will. Go ahead, tell her, Jess. Tell her.
I actually retweeted somebody who pointed this out. Why does everyone think a push means they have to have a title?
It's true.
That's not exactly what a push is.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to point that out, okay?
I think it's a push, him getting recognized so much last night, where he was beat up by the entire top bad guy faction in all of Raw, which is the top show. I think even him going off and giving him time off, this is all very respectful to LA Knight, because I expect him to come back and play a role, maybe not in the championship realm, but he's going to get a big storyline role. And who knows, if that storyline gets big enough, then he could get thrown into the main event championship picture and big matches and whatever later on in the year. Listen, they're going to have a PLE every other week for 2 days in the next year or two. So there's plenty of opportunities that are going to start coming out for everybody, I think. And he's, in this day and age, being in your 40s isn't really all that bad with pro wrestling, the way their schedule is, the way the medical is, just everything involved. Like, it's so much more advanced. Mm-hmm. They probably all got the picograms going. So they're chilling. They got this. LA Knight, see you soon, bro. You were done last night, though. He kept saying, I'm not done. You were cooked. You were baked. You were, broiled all in the ring. And then you went out back and you wanted more and you got more. So I guess, again, that's showing him more respect, giving him all that time to grow his like a baby face persona. Like, I don't give up either, right, John Cena? You're probably going to give up in a few days. Not LA Knight. He'll get splashed through a fucking car. Yep.
Well, he also gave up the other day.
Oh, that's
so.
true. Yeah, that's true. Whatever. Everybody giving up to Gunther. That's all I know. There's going to be a lot of giving up lately with this Gunther back around. And mystery person, great question. Who is the mystery person? And Ian said LA Knight got a push right onto a car. Mm-hmm. I see what you did there. He did get pushed onto a car, just like Jade Cargill a year or so ago. When their legs were all like Looney Tunes style. The best. But the mystery person, definitely not Austin Theory last night. Or could it have been? Was it Ludwig Kaiser? He was built a lot more like Ludwig. Was it Montez Ford, which is another rumor that's out there right now? Could be. You know what? That would be the one that makes me pop the most, because they've always wanted to push Montez Ford, and having him be a part of the vision would make all the sense in the world to me. He's still young enough. He's hasn't had a proper singles run. But again, we did a story a week or so ago where his tag team partner was like, nah, this ain't happening. But then you never know. There's always that other guy that gets like tossed aside. Remember Heavy Machinery with Otis?
Yep.
I seen that coming a million miles away. So when they went from NXT to the main roster and they started doing their thing, I'm like, the crowd is, they're like, oh, the Worm and Otis and the shaking and the belly patting. And I'm like, this other guy was always trying to be involved with it. Like, yeah, man, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is so bad for him because he's clinging on so bad. He knows his time is short. So, and it was, because Otis is still there. He's been gone for years. I mean, they're not trying to, I'm surprised. I can't even remember his name. Who's
I don't. I have to go look it up. I can't remember what his name
Oh my God. And I should know this, right? Once you say it, I'm going to be like, wow, how do I not know this name?
Tucker Knight.
Oh no, that's Tucker's the Heavy Machinery. I'm talking about the Street Profits.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm going to totally forget. The fuck. Dawkins. I didn't even look it up. I just had to remember.
I always think of D'Lo Brown. He reminds me of D'Lo Brown. But yep, Dawkins, man. I think he's swell, decent wrestler, all this stuff. It's just, to me, he's not popping. Just like Tucker wasn't popping, just like Marty Jannetty wasn't popping. You want to go all the way back. It's the same deal. So, yep. Dawkins, RIP pretty soon, bro. I mean, I don't know how you did it for this long. It's just the Street Profits have been a thing, but I hope it's Montez. Who would you like it to be? I mean, if it's not Chris Jericho would just be hilarious. Having Chris Jericho in that vision group with Logan Paul and the Braun and all this would be amazing. That would be my favorite thing. So, but who would you want in there?
I guess Montez Ford probably makes the most sense. I've been seeing people think that they're like purposely switching the person out so that you don't figure it out because they're probably going to stretch this a little bit. But I don't think Austin Theory makes sense because there wasn't really much going on before he got injured. So it's like, how do you build him into the story where at least for the Street Profits, they've kind of been, teasing more recently their potential breakup and the frustration. So it, to me, would make more sense for it to be Montez Ford. And I do like him, so I would like to see him get a little bit more spotlight.
And, I wouldn't be surprised if it was still Theory, because they could work in the whole Seth Rollins angle, since he's the one that created the vision. And he was also, Austin Theory was a disciple of Seth Rollins while he was the Monday Night Messiah. And then, because he might have been in the plans from before Seth got hurt. And they were like, well, we're going to bring him back eventually. And it will be like, oh, my disciple again, and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But so I could see that working. Would it make me pop as much? But the WWE they got us so knowing everything that if it does end up being theory, again, that's why I wouldn't pop like I would Montez Ford, because that comes out of left field, where theory, it's like everybody's been talking about that since night one. So hopefully it's not for that reason alone. And how about this Braun Breaker? That's right. I got a Braun Breaker shirt, everybody. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. It's a real one. And Braun Breaker came out last night with the Vision, cut another promo. Loved it. Loved it. I love the bringing up the wife even for the shock factor of it. The crowd gasped. That's exactly what you wanted. You want him to diss a dog? Yeah. He is a dog. He's going to diss dogs. You know, like his dog, what's his name? Larry. That just passed. R.I.P. Larry.
Rest
properly. Yeah. Get a 5 Hagrum salute for Larry real quick. I know CM Punk loved that goofy looking dog. The teeth were all crazy, man. But I love dogs too. And very sad. So Braun Breaker said, you know what? I'll leave the dog business alone. You're probably really upset about that. I'm going to go after your wife. Because like Mr. T in Rocky 3, he's like, I'll just get to take your wife because I'm going to take your title. I'm going to take this and I'm going to take that. And then he cut the whole first part of his promo is what I did a couple weeks ago here with you, where I was like, I don't believe, but the promo I cut was actually real. I didn't have to bypass, get this information from writers or anything. I'm like, this CM Punk, in reality, I'm being told by the media, and that's what this whole show is about. These super nice guys, right? Everybody's really, really nice these days because they're now insanely wealthy and they don't, have to work as much or whatever the case is. But The Rock, CM Punk, and John Cena, they're Jesus Christ. They are the Dalai Lama. They're Buddha. All these guys, they're like the best people you'll ever meet, never know. Forget all them stories from the past, right? They are Lord and Saviors now. So I just don't know if I'm buying it. Braun Breaker doesn't buy it. At least he's making me believe he doesn't buy it. And he wants the real CM Punk, that old school CM Punk that was more like us, like real people, and not this phony one that, gets tattoos with the ladies on tour in Japan because it's cute and hugging everybody and going to NXT. And I'm going to show the young people how to do it. And I don't bury anymore, like John Cena says. I put my shovel away a long time ago, and I never did that. And all these stories. Have you heard them lately? Especially the John Cena stuff, Jess?
Yeah.
Where how about the one story where somebody came up to him and was like, you acted like a real shithead to me when I first met you. And he was like, I did. And like she gave him, or whoever it was, gave him an explanation. Like, you did this and you did that. And then he's like, oh, man, I'm sorry. And thank you for telling me your story. And this, he's using this corporate verbiage that I can't stand lately. He even said, that's what we do. That's what we do. Just like Triple H, he's been schooled now in the new way of what they're doing with TKO. It's like, that's what we do. We give everything what the fans want, and we're just great guys and nice guys. And his favorite moment, did you hear this? His favorite moment in wrestling was wrestling CM Punk in Saudi Arabia because bridging the gap between cultures in the world, and it's doing this and watching CM Punk's growth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, what the shits? What the fuck? You might as well start talking Mandarin at this point because you're not making any sense to Dr. Huge over here. Listen, I can suspend my disbelief for wrestling and for goofy things, and I'll try my best to buy in so I can be entertained. I can't buy into this. You do this in radio form, I can sniff the bullshit a mile away, and that was a lot of bull. And I get it. Everybody's going to be like, I'm the crazy one. I'm a douchebag because I recognize these things. Do you recognize it, or am I just Am I just
No, I don't know if you saw it too. He just signed like a thing to be like an ambassador for like the next 5 years. So like obviously he's gonna give. I mean, for a while, Cena's been giving like the PR responses, which is fine. Like, he wants to work in Hollywood, so can't be saying crazy things. But there have been like interviews where he's at least still like humorously himself. Like he'll tell those like little jokes and get a little like dirty every now and then on things. But I don't know. I just kind of expect these answers from him at this point. So like I'm not shocked. I'm just kind of used to it. So I'm just like, why are you surprised, right? Like that's just how John Cena's been answering things for the past X amount of years, right? Like
it upsets me when I know the whole world is like they're just buying into it like overnight. Same thing with CM Punk. CM Punk comes back to WWE, and other than the AEW fans, which clearly they're biased, right?
Yeah.
So I don't take like their word on any of these wrestlers and how they are and whatever in the companies and this and that, because there's a war going on with all these people. So, but all I know is what I know, and I knew CM Punk was, he wasn't the most friendly person coming around. I did this bit about Randy Orton, even the Randy Orton handshakes and him fucking off with people and pissing everybody off or whatever, because he felt like he could do whatever he wanted to do. He had that spot in the company. He's a second generation wrestler or whatever. So I'm just, the thing with CM Punk, just to bring it all, circle back to all that, it's just like, me and Braun Breaker, bro, we don't believe you. I don't believe you're a real nice. I bet you're a real nice guy to Rhea Ripley. Would you be a real nice guy to Dr. Huge? Probably not. And same thing with Cena. Even Otunga came out. He's always in my notes lately. Must have a podcast or something. I think he does. Very boring podcast. Jazz it up. Maybe try screaming, you dumb fuck. Like, how unentertaining is that show? I mean, you got some things to say. You're in the news, but Otunga's like, and I kind of believe these stories. This is the type of shit I was hearing at the time when I wasn't watching as much, and I would just check in on the news and whatever was happening around wrestling. And he's like, basically, he dressed me down because of my performance in the ring with him, said it wasn't actually all my fault. It was kind of a combination of both of us. He not only did he tell me I was shit in the ring while we're in the ring, telling me I'm going to go back to whatever promotion he was before. He went backstage and pretty much did it over again, to the point where Otunga wanted to fight him, but he's like, I can't fight John Cena. And everybody backstage, he's just being dressed down for 30 minutes or something. Like very long time, he kept saying. And he's like, I wish it just came down to blows, because then I wouldn't at least be verbally assaulted in front of everybody, the agents and the wrestlers and what have you. And I understand there are these promotional pushes, like when they wanted to make Charlotte look better to everybody, when they want to, right now, there's a full court press where they're like, we got to make John Cena look perfect. And I've heard it from other people where they're like, yeah, all I know about John Cena is he wanted to do what anybody else wanted to do. Really? Really? Did you watch that period? Anything I even know about that period, that is not what was happening. So everybody was just coming to John Cena and go, hey, but how about you just kick the shit out of me and make me look stupid and win again? Okay. Right? That's what we're supposed to believe. Got it. And Hunk says, hello, everyone. Winter storm enough for my internet. Might go out. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Hunk. Hunk Gamer HQ. And Ian also wrote, but then Theory wouldn't be against Braun, who put Seth away. That's true, too. But then again, all these people that seem to team up with Seth, they don't mind throwing him right under the bus. Maybe it's because they've seen him do it so many times. Yep. And also with The Rock. And I'm not shit bad. I don't know these people. I don't want to shit on all these, famous wrestlers and things. And like, I'm just out here hating, that's for 50 Cent to do. These people haven't diddied me in any shape or form. So it's nothing personal. But The Rock, I actually know a guy that knows The Rock. Went to his wedding recently. So who knows? I could have The Rock on someday. It's in the realm of possibility. As stupid as that sounds, keep laughing. Keep laughing. You'll be laughing so much when The Rock comes on. You will piss your pants when you see him here. It's going to be amazing when he comes on. But, you know, I saw a documentary, a YouTube documentary. I'll put it like that, where it's like the how he's fallen in the eye of the media, and which you can't really dip in within the media territory unless you stop eating babies or something like that. Like then they might get upset with you. But he had that movie. He was just nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yeah, whatever. I don't.
One of them awards. It made me laugh because I don't even remember the machine. It's the hurting machine, something like that, the punishing machine. I remember it as the bombing machine because it bombed at the box office, and I saw that as a thumbnail in so many different places. So he did this movie, The Bombing Machine, apparently, and it made like really, really low money. But everybody kind of knew. It's like, well, he's going to get awards for it anyway because he's a good Rock. And yeah, it just talks about the Maui stuff, which we've goofed on. It talks about how the Fast and Furious takeover that he did, the God, what else? The advertisements with his Instagram, how every post just eventually became a commercial. Just goes on and on and on. And then other news in the Rock world is his daughter Ava, who is the commissioner of NXT. I think she just got married to her girlfriend from LFG, the other show. So that happened. I remember it was like a thing out there. I'm like, this is already news. I talked about this months ago because I'm not like I care about people's sexual preferences, but when you find these things that you're like, oh, okay. And yeah, I mean, they're going to be together forever, Jess, right? That's all I got to say. Yep. Women love being around each other 24/7 like that for years on end. So it's my only take on that. And what else we got here? Come on, Sasha Reigns, give us some more takes. Oh, how about this story? And it was from a few weeks back. Becky Lynch, the man, big time Bex. She was on a podcast with Seth Rollins a while back, and she mentioned that there was was it a performer or a talent or somebody working at WWE that would get you fired for sleeping with them and then would get you fired for not sleeping with them. So like that type of shit, now that bothers me, Jess, right? Like if you want to give a woman like millions of dollars so you can do things with her and she accepts and all this stuff, that's less nefarious than somebody that tries to hold a job over you to get some. And then when you do give it, then you're gonna try to get them blacklisted, huh? So that's beyond evil in my book. That's much worse than a Vince McMahon. What do you think about that take, first of all?
It was weird because it was such a weird like platform for her to bring that up on. So I was kind of like shocked that when I saw that she had said something about it, that it was like, on sort of like they're like eating food, like it's being cooked for. But from my understanding, she was just told about the person, like she never interacted with them. So I don't like truly understand the context in which it came up. I mean, it's gross, right? Obviously, I don't do stuff like that. My only problem with it is like, obviously she can't name a name, right? Because that's a legal thing. But now because she has said this, people are just throwing out names. And like, I feel like that just created a problem, like if that was truly something that was going on, should have been handled with the proper people to handle it with. You spit it out on this like podcast thing. And now because you can't name a name because you get sued, like people are throwing down Chris Jericho, Batista. I'm like, okay, like
yeah, you don't want to throw out names and something like that. Like,
yeah, but now all these people are like not even just speculating, just going, oh, I've heard it's like this guy, and it's like, from where? Like, who are you?
Honestly,
so it's my only problem with it.
When I first heard this story, it was definitely one of those guys that popped into my mind, and it wasn't my favorite. I'll put it that way. Even though it could be possible. I mean, the one time I was suspended online was goofing around with Chris Jericho, and I made a Deuce Bigelow reference, right? Because he's a hot rock star and all this stuff, and all the the young ladies must be loving him, especially being a pro wrestling legend. He's around all these young pro lady wrestlers and things, that whole gimmick. And kicked off for a day. Ruined my life, Chris Jericho. And then HBK blocked me after that. So thank my top 2 favorites fucking with me on social media. Yep. So don't do that, folks. You don't want to throw any type of weight or clout around that you got to be messing with the ladies. It ain't going to work well for you, no matter what. In this day and age, the way that happens, like, what are you, an idiot? Like, I don't know what else to say. You just must be stupid. So, all right. The WWE is going to investigate this, by the way.
Yeah, which, I mean, they have to say that, obviously, but I'm like, the person probably doesn't even work there anymore. It's like, what are you going to do? Like,
they're going to investigate. Just like, how we do in the U.S. with everything. We'll investigate ourselves. Don't worry. Yep.
Investigate themselves.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw myself right under the bus. I did it. Yep. There's the guys. We're gonna give up all our top stars and start a whole huge scandal, for Becky Lynch because she brought it up. Here's a crazy stat, which again makes me think about this very, very hard and deeply. Where are you? The Miz lost 86% of his matches in the year 2025.
Are they counting live shows? Because someone just posted that about my Pookie Tongaloa and said that he lost like 93% of his matches this year, which, first of all, he only came back in July. He's had like 3 TV matches. And he's a heel, but they were including live shows where, of course, the heel loses. So if The Miz has been a heel for almost all of 2025, right? He stopped being a face after he dumped R-Truth. So, yeah, of course.
He was good with Mello for a little bit. So halfway through the year, I would say. It was around the summertime, I think where it started to go bad with that. But I don't know. That sniffs. When Miz is losing all these matches, even as a bad guy, even if it is live events as a bad guy, and John Cena's last year, Triple H at the helm, this picture comes to mind. It just does. I don't know. Get well, Miz. I was talking about this a couple weeks ago as well. I'm like, the Miz is money on the mic. They got something with him. They know what it is, and they still kind of don't use him properly. And that's what comes down to me just always being upset with their creative. You got so much talent. Like, you really have there are stars right now. Look at where Kofi Kingston is. And look at where he was at one point for a small. And I get that that's a very different, things have to happen organically and move on. But you can do these things with these type of guys. And who knows, maybe they'll get back to that now that Jey Uso is a part of the Usos again. And they've kind of righted that ship because, listen, we're not going to be happy in taking this whole Jey Uso thing. They really thought people were going to take it serious forever, but because of the entrance. And it worked for a little bit, but I mean, come on, guys. You finally did it, though. You pulled the trigger on it. It was sad in a way, because as a fan that's really knows what's going on internally and things, you see Jey Uso out there, and it's like, yo, we're back together, right? And he's like, motherfucker, I made it out of here, away from the New Day and all these people for a while. Sure, it's cool to have AJ Styles involved. He's got a championship, by the way. We got to try to take it from him. I think it's cool for us wrestling fans, but for him specifically, it's a total no yeet.
No yeet.
And it seemed like he took over the promo last night too, and maybe Jimmy was supposed to say more because the way Jimmy was reacting to him continuously talking, he was like, whoa, okay, I guess you are the main Uso now, right? So I don't know, what do you think about all this? You good with them demoting him in a way?
Yeah, I think I saw something a while back that because the tag division will start to have like a little bit of a resurgence and then just kind of like go flat again, which, obviously that's also on booking, but they were kind of lacking in some tag teams. So I had heard a while back that they were considering putting the Usos back together, which I'm fine with. I think it's good to give Jay a little bit of a break with the way that, the crowd obviously still loves him, so they're going to love him no matter what. But obviously, like, with the constant stuff online, like maybe it's good for him to take a little bit of a step back. And then at some point early next year, Jimmy's going to probably be out because they got the baby on the way. So, maybe this is just like give him a little bit of a break, give him and Jimmy something to do until Jimmy's gone, and then bring him back into the singles. Maybe they'll have him like turn on Jimmy, right, and kind of like write him off or something. Because that's kind of where the promo seemed like it was going, where like, Jimmy's just kind of being a goof, but was almost insulting in a way to Jay. So it's like, okay, maybe they'll butt heads at some point and we'll see. But a lot of my mutuals who are like big Uso fans were freaking out saying it doesn't make sense because he just crashed out. So why would he, because he crashed out, he has to be a heel?
Said, listen, you crashed out. You're very upset. Because he kept going, you lost here, you lost there, you lost over here, and now you're an Uso again, right, Us? What are we gonna do? And he's like, well, we gotta be the Usos again. And it's like, oh, that's why I was like feeling bad. It gave me that energy of like, oh, okay, he really doesn't want to do this, and maybe that's what you said would be perfect. They could work it up into another split or whatever, and it'd be perfect because he'd be like, I'm main event Jey Uso. You're like nobody Jimmy Uso. Like nobody even says Jimmy Uso, okay?
I love Jimmy Uso.
Yep. No. Yep. He's the no yeet guy though.
He's my favorite Uso, so sorry, Jay, but
he does seem funnier.
Yes.
He's the funnier Uso easily.
Yes.
Yep. And Jay, his biggest thing personality-wise is he pretends he's about to cry. Yeah, that's what you do. You go, you're like, it's like, and then nothing ever really happens. You're just always like pouting like a 9-year-old.
He's moody. He's a hothead. We learned that when he was feuding with Roman.
Yep, we love Big. Oh, you too?
Yeah, we met Big Jim and told him that he's our favorite Uso.
Wow.
Yep.
No beats.
Yep, that's him. By the way. Never tell the difference between these two. Actually, that's him too. But that's the one we use. So if you thought that was Jey Uso the whole time, you were a stupid idiot. That was Jimmy Uso. How about this news? So Obafemi won. He's taking on Cody Rhodes. And we're probably going to hear more about that tonight on NXT because Obafemi is the NXT champion. Taking him on at Saturday night of main event. It's going to be interfered with, isn't it? Because you can't be the one lose.
Yeah, I see all these people who are comparing this to like KO going against Cena back in the day, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to crush Cody," but I just don't think that that's the right move, to be honest, because you don't want to run into another like booking yourself into a corner like they did with Gunther, right? Like you can't have him beat Cody, the champion, and then. What, he just never loses? So then why wouldn't he just then fight Cody for the championship and become champion? So I don't fully agree with that, but I have a feeling like Drew is just going to interfere so that they don't have to worry about someone winning and losing.
Yep. And maybe even Ricky Saints or Starks or whatever, he turns heel or something, unless he already did. I haven't been keeping up with NXT too much lately. I know Tony D'Angelo's back as well, which interests me. There was a lot of talk of him going to the main roster, but it doesn't seem like that's happening anytime soon. He's going to probably get into it with Javon Evans on NXT for a while, which is fine. Though I think both of them guys right there they're locks for being at minimum high mid-carders when they move up. So there's that. Oh, how about this? So Sarah Stock, back to her for a minute. One of her tweets, one of the AEW tweets, I guess Stephanie Vacker actually liked some of them. So she's yeeting along again. Yeet turns me on. Now you got Stephanie Vacker on your side too, and she's hot, and everybody's hot and acting crazy, and I like that. So keep up the good work, Sarah and Stephanie Vacker. Yep. She told us last night, listen, I'm the best wrestler, and it's not because I show my ass. Pretty much. That's pretty much what she said. She named the move. What's the move called? Where she shows
Devil's Kiss.
It's not because Devil Kiss. It's because I'm the best. The La Premiere. And I'm like, yeah, it is because of that. I mean, true. I could do without all this stuff. Listen, there's plenty of naked people these days. All right. Totally. I've been desensitized since birth with violence and sex and you name it. Right. So when Ian said over here, this just in, Dr. Huge is bothered by the worst thing you ever heard. Finally, right? But that's how I sit with it. So it's just like, I don't really need it in wrestling. So I'm not one of these guys who are, please bring back the Attitude Era with all the naked chicks and this and that. Like, why is naked chicks? Like, there's naked chicks right here 24 hours a day. What are you talking about? So class it up. Take more stuff off your face. We don't need that either. Again, but while we got NXT on the brain here, I just got to point this out. I always have to point out the looks of females on the show every week. And Fallon Henley, stop wearing so much makeup. It's not necessary. It's just you're so naturally good looking. Why would you cake on all that makeup? It's crazy. What are you hiding? You got a scar coming down the center of your face or something? Maybe then, all right, keep it on. But if not, settle down with it, because these chicks, Jess, they got like they're in full-blown blackface pretty much. And then you look at their neck and it's like white as white. And I'm just like, come on. You're wearing a mask. Like, it disgusts the Huge. Anyway, more on that later, folks. But yep. Miz get well. Fallon Henley get well. WWE Library supposed to be going to YouTube slowly but surely. I brought up how my relationship with WWE on YouTube, they just love showing me ad after ad after ad. I'm like, I fast forward 20 seconds. You got another 5-minute ad and 2 ads, 3 ads here. So I'm not excited for them to put their stuff on there. Second of all, you got the whole editing thing going on. So you want to go find the cat, like taking her top off and stuff or whatever from back in the day. Not on YouTube, right? YouTube TOS. You want to go watch this. You want to go watch that. They're slowly but surely going to polish everything. Make sure none of the funny posters get in the crowd. The certain storylines, maybe you won't be seeing everything. So they're editing history in real time. That's why they want everything to be on the cloud eventually. Hard drives and all this shooting up. Everything costs a lot of money. Nobody owns DVDs or VHSs anymore, except for like me. And that's why they don't want you to have original copies of anything, because they're gonna create a new matrix for everybody with all this. I understand I got very deep with that, Jess, but that's the fundamentals. That's the foundation of what's going on. This WWE thing's up at the tip of this iceberg somewhere. But what do you think? Do you like it being over there? Where would you like it to be? All this.
I mean, it would be convenient to have it on Netflix, but people also have to take into consideration, because I saw a bunch of people complaining, the WWE network used to have the full library, like every episode ever. And it's like, yeah. And then guess what? They canned the network because it costs so much money. Like there's storage, right? Mm-hmm. Streaming, all of that all costs tons of money. And this is a show that's been going on for 30 years, right? So think of the amount of storage that you would need. So it makes more sense, right, to maybe host it through YouTube. But and I guess then it's accessible to everybody. You don't have to have Netflix. So like I thought people would be maybe happier with that, but everyone's just going to complain anyway. So but yeah, I didn't expect the full library to ever make it to Netflix or anything because of the fact that that would just be an insane amount of money to just and then like how often are people watching these things, right? So
True.
what is the cost there to like versus like what return are you getting? Nothing. So
Mhm.
it makes sense. I just want it back because Ian and I were talking about something and now I can't remember what. He was like, oh, I wish I was watching at that time. And I was like, oh, well, we don't have the library anymore. I don't know. But now we can go back, whatever. Maybe he'll remember and post it in the chat. But
Yep. Just no sexy stuff. Not as much, probably. I don't even know. I wonder if they do keep all that the old Divas matches where they're just no,
like the mud and Jello.
yeah, Jello magic. When you really think about it, how crazy was that? That like what a crazy time to be living where you literally had mud wrestling on a pay-per-view. Mud wrestling.
Yeah. And that's always when your parents would come in. Be like, what are you watching?
Well, I got some other stuff. We should save it for Saturday. We got a few other things real quick. Like Gonzalez punking Nikki last night was pretty funny. Nikki come out to step to Stephanie Vacker again, but it looks like it's going to be Vacker Gonzalez next, which I'm all for. I thought it was weird that Liv came out with Roxanne. I mean, weird in a way where, we're used to Gonzalez being with her, but now she's going into that title picture and Liv is going to be the Flavor Flav for Roxanne, which is it's cool in a way. It's very cool. It keeps the tag team together. That's why I always like the Judgment Day and I never want them to go away because it keeps these wrestlers involved in something. If you split them up, then what do we got? We got Finn Balor and JD McDonough over here, and this chick over here, and that. It's like it turns into a mess pretty quickly, and then you only have like Liv as like the top star, and Cena. Of course, I've heard this story before, but he changed his whole wrestling style. He took the advice from the ECW crowd that told him he couldn't wrestle back in the day, and he learned 2-3 more moves. Like, wow, you're so great. He's like, Sami Zayn, he taught me a move, the springboard, which I've been goofing on. That boy bouncy, right, John Cena? You're bouncy. And then Kevin Owens taught him something, and
Tornado DDT.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we might still see the Tornado DDT, but we're not seeing the bouncy stuff. We haven't seen that in years.
Cena did a Tornado DDT against Cody at SummerSlam.
Right. Yeah, I could see him still doing that.
Yeah.
But he doesn't do the bouncy anymore. He's not doing springboards because
I feel like he did. No, I'm trying to remember.
No, not on this run. I don't think he did. He would fall right through the ropes or something. He was I don't think he's in good enough shape to be doing all that. You got to be pretty flexible and on time with these things. And it was like the LA Knight move where he jumps to the top rope. It only works like 30% of the time.
Yeah.
Like even LA Knight did one a week ago and he missed it again. I was dying. It's like, keep doing it. Keep it up. You miss it all the time. The one in Saudi Arabia was the worst. He totally watched himself on the ropes and started bouncing. It was a knee slapper. That's right. HVAC North in the house. Face Bluey smiling. It's my favorite one. Yeah. So I think I'm done. I'm done bitching about all this. We can continue the LOLcows stuff on Saturday. There's plenty of Dabbleverse stuff that I can prepare for that. Also, we're going to get ready for Saturday night main event right before it, and we'll go over the card and all the happenings that are leading up to there. But I think we killed it. We just let everybody know what's going on in the news. Number one being, again, Sarah Stock. Hit me up. I'm right here at DrHUGEshow on Twitter. I'm not a hater.
You should like retweet her and be like, "Sup, baby," like right now.
All right, maybe I will. Right now, I'll do it right now.
Yeah, like right live here, Be like,
Okay.
I love plants.
Sup, baby. Do it lowercase. We won't want to be too aggressive here. Wanna come on my show? Think that works? What do you think, guys, in the chat?
I feel like this is gonna go either way. She's either gonna just say something kind of like goof, like, "Oh,
No. This is real. This
Or she's going to say like some crazy ass shit back to you because she's an inch. She can come talk shit about AEW. I'm all for that.
Do you think
Yeah,
that works? Would you like that?
Very direct. I feel like she would appreciate a direct approach.
Okay. All right. That's what we're going to go with, folks, right? Oh, hell yes. All right. I think we're doing it. Let's do it. Tweet, post. Done. I'm sure she'll be on Saturday, probably. So that's our next show, everybody, unless I do a Dabbleverse show Thursday night. But, hit the subscribe, hit the notifications. Whenever we go live, I need you joining us. Thank you. And thank you, Sarah Stock. And thank you, Jess, of course, for joining us all the time. And just, she's killing it out here, folks. Follow her on Twitter, even more than Sarah Stock. More helpful than Sarah Stock at the moment. So, anyway, you got competition now, Jess.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, everybody out there, have a good night. And we will be talking to you later this week. Bye. See ya. Bye.
Yeet! No yeet. Yeet! No yeet. Yeet! No yeet.
Okay, go take another hairbrush in your ass.